Hi, and welcome back. We can't talk because we gotta go. We gotta go save Tyzias and get the good end. Because the good end is not the bad end. And I didn't like the bad end. Yeah. Let's go. Anyhow, it's a break. You need a freaking break. Stupid friggin'.
You know a breaking point when you see one. You weren't expecting it so early in a potential friendship encounter, but still, it's clear that this troll needs some time to chill.
You okay there?
Yeah, I burped a little. This is a mess, yeah? She swings the pendulum of her chin over to glare dead knives at your guts.
See, I knew she'd be mad. Also, what the heck is a pendulum of your chin? Is that a thing?
It's like...
Is that a part... Is that like... Is
No.
there a bone in your face called a pendulum?
No, like a pendulum is the thing that hangs from a clock and goes...
Yeah.
And he's metaphorically referring to her chin as a pendulum.
Yeah.
Like, because she swings it around.
Gotcha. Like that. That makes sense.
I mean, sort of. It's kind of forced. Okay, yes, it's a mess. But it seems like maybe, just perhaps, it would be best to sort of put a pin in it all. To suck air in and out of our... Hold on. Okay, yes, it's a mess. But it seems like maybe, just perhaps, it would be best to sort of put a pin in it all. To suck air in and out of our insufflation sacks or whatever and just get it together for a minute. No group projects were ever aced when the clear leader was not at her peak mental performance. She wrinkles up her nose and closes her eyes. She doesn't have a nose.
You know, there were people who were complaining about their lacks of noses, and I'm like, I don't know, they're aliens. I like how they don't have noses and ears and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Granted, I don't know how her glasses would stay on her face if she didn't have a nose, but... I don't know. Maybe they have some kind of thing where it hooks on her horns. I don't know. Anyway. You know what? Fine. Fuck it. Not all of it, of course, but this night specifically, and everything and anyone I know or have thought extensively about before my life. What?
Just fuck all of it.
Okay. So that just leaves you. What do you have in mind, friend? Because I'm all out of ideas. You know, I almost stuttered on the M's by accident.
Huh.
Like, if I could stutter on the M's on purpose, man.
That word still does a number on you, no matter how many times you hear it used flippantly. You have an idea already, so you hurriedly gather her shit into an extremely unorganized pile, which she drops in her hive to deal with later. You half expect her to just not come back out, but she does. She's kept only one heavily anecdoted tome in her mug, which she nods at when she speaks.
Cool, so we're gonna go...
You gonna go to the place and slam poetry?
Maybe. I know, but these are for just in case. In case what? Do you like... Are you like...
Case.
These are for just in case.
You were saying in case what? I was just like, in case, you know?
but I'm just imagining, you know, like Tiger was just like, hey, you're an injured fuck. I'm gonna be your lawyer. Do you do that too? Is that what the in case is? Anyway. Do your worst.
With a salute and a few gentle tugs at Tyzias' sleeve to keep her moving, you get going.
It's exciting.
You and your Alternian pal...
I just love the little bobbing walk thing, you know?
Yeah. You and your Alternian pals have taken turns leading each other to some pretty wild places in your time here. The place you would take Tyzias to, though, is somewhere you haven't shared with anyone. I'm sorry, do you have private places already? How long have you been here?
We've seen daytime officially once. I wouldn't be surprised if some daytime happened off screen. There's no telling, really. I'm just trying to think if there's... I don't know.
It's where you come back to on days when you can't find a friend or don't want to impose on any of the ones you've made.
Is it the spaceship?
No, because you shared that with the airplane guy.
Huh.
It's on the outskirts of town where the buildings are spread thinner until the landscape cuts upward in a jagged cliff face. Bolted into the side of the rock is a tower, or what's left of one.
It's actually pretty cool here. I like this. It kind of makes me think of, yeah, you know in Steven Universe, the place where, was it
The
Amethyst?
kindergarten?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know, that just makes me think of that weird, spiky...
The injector.
The injector looks like a virus, you know?
Yes, it does.
Like in the textbooks.
Very literally, that's what it looks like.
Anyway, you read that, right?
Yep.
Is that an antenna? What is that?
Yes. It's basically a heap of scaffolding and the rusted out ladders holding up a half-covered platform. But it's been a good place to staunch bleeding and stargaze.
To staunch bleeding... Like literally bleed, or is that like some kind of metaphor thing?
You're staunching your blood loss, yes.
What does staunch mean?
Well, depending on how you use it, it can mean different things, but in this case it's being used to, like, stop the bleeding.
Gotcha. She looks confused and or annoyed. Do I give off an outdoorsy vibe to you? Does my half-tucked button-up and paltry... Does my half-untucked button-up and paltry muscle mass scream, would love to scurry up a dilapidated relic?
You'd worry about her hating your plan, but you kind of feel like she'd complain no matter where you took her, and at this point, the die is cast. So, heave-ho, you say, it's stronger than it looks. You offer to hold her stuff for her during the ascent. She gives you the book, but clutches the mug against her chest.
You're just making me more and more suspicious of that mug, because it was already suspicious to begin with, but in a joke kind of way. I'm borderline starting to wonder if it's, like, important, like, for real? Do you have something written on the inside of the mug? Is it, like, some kind of secret?
It's full of spit.
It's full of soaper, isn't it? Anyway.
You know better than to pry, but you're dying a little of wondering why she's so weird about it. Unless she's got liquor made from viscera in there.
Viscera?
Viscera.
What's viscera?
Stuff that's been eviscerated.
Gotcha.
Or maybe her Lucius gave her the mug, so it's special. Could be both. You shrug. It is her Lucius. The mug is her Lucius.
That... I mean, it's solid white, but, that doesn't...
You shrug and start climbing. Like you thought she would, she follows you, and like before, she complains about it the whole time. And like the structure itself, you both weather it fine.
Ooh.
At the top, she looks around.
Dude!
This is a cool little place.
He has a house!
Main character, seriously, when did you get neat stuff off camera? That's just mean.
It's a freaking batterwitch trident fork thing. It's weird. And that looks like some kind of... I'm pretty sure that's just weird. Either like... Fucking words. Ugh, what are the words for the thing where it's like... The paint isn't there or something. It's like, or a schematic or something. Anyway. Point is, this place looks cool. I want to explore it.
And whatever it is, it somehow ties into her research paper thing. I betcha.
Is this your hive?
It's more like a hideout. You still feel a little shy about it. It's not as fancy as your friends' hives, and you don't have any of the weird animal parents to make your snacks or anything. There are also little keepsakes you've picked up along the way, set up on the creaky old table next to some complicated old tech you couldn't get to power on.
So I mostly see cans. I don't remember cans in any of the other Friendsims.
Who cares?
It makes you think of the mayor, though.
The mayor of Cantown?
How do you know about the mayor of Cantown?
I vaguely remember you mentioning something about it. Long, long ago.
Shelby! You remember the mayor!
I vaguely remember lots of things. I just pretend not to piss you off.
So this must be an old watchtower. Anyway, the mayor is the most important character and the best character ever. Everybody loves him because he's awesome. He's the mayor of Cantown. And he's the best character, just so you know. It's fact. Most important. Anyway.
Even better than your favorites from this game?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's like OP with how awesome he is.
Okay.
Because you can't not love the mayor. It's
Is it
impossible.
illegal?
Yes. Anyway. Whatever. Watchtower. From when that was part of her Imperial Bitchness's preferred method of surveillance.
She runs a hand over the dusty screens. You know,
Are
actually,
the screens this way? Where are you
I-
going? I thought that was the screens.
I think it's just trying to make sure you see the screens. I don't know.
Ah.
Oh, Triza? You learned about her.
Triza.
Pizza?
No. Her bigger, badder, off-world counterpart. Counterpart.
The counterpot. That's what that. I accept counterpart as a neutral word. It's a crap pot counterpart.
Anyway. Her bigger, badder, off-world counterpart, the Condis. Is that how you pronounce Condis?
I guess.
Condensence.
Condesi? There's no N, like, after the D, so...
I always pronounce it in my head like condense.
Yeah.
Condescence.
Yeah, but it doesn't have that second N, so...
Also, I don't know why it's kind of blowing my mind just a little bit that we're even talking about her. Like, I kind of figured we would be, but I'm like... Half I wondered if Triza wasn't actually an adult, but she got to stay on the planet because, fuck, she's a fuchsia. She gets to do whatever the fuck she wants. And... yeah, I don't know, anyway.
Also, can I just take a moment, like, in the previous episode I was like, at the beginning I was like, man, is the main character evolving into a villain or something?
Yeah.
But, like, is the main character actually evolving into a person who will be very important to the plotline of the other Homestuck game?
Ooh.
That'd be neat.
That would be neat. That'd be cool. I would love that.
Ah, you look at the rusted barrel of some terrifying weapon mounted in the corner and then out over the landscape and sprawling town.
At the... Huh? Where? What?
I think the thing that she's blocking your view of now is the barrel.
I don't know. Whatever.
In the distance, smoke rises from a freshly demolished hive. Glinting in the moonlight, drones circle it like buzzards. It's been like this here for a while, then. You sit down, your legs dangling off the side of the platform. Tyzias joins you, a safe distance away from the edge.
That is one hell of an understatement. What was the understatement?
That it's been like this for a while?
Ah. But yeah, we've got time-honored status quo in operation here. Streamlined. Efficient. Brutal.
Tyzias looks miserable. That's not what you were going for.
Aww.
You summon up the old Roy G. Biv in your head
What?
for the 1000th time. She should be safe, right? Teals are middle class? Anyway, she's a lawyer. She's got the powers that be on her side. Saying so doesn't seem to cheer her up at all.
Aw. I mean, you're not wrong. But being in a position to benefit from the system doesn't make the system more morally palatable. And if I'm being real about it, it's more me being forced to uphold it than anything else.
She nods toward the book in your hands. Oh, right. How does this all work anyway? Can she just not be a lawyer? And aren't there good ones?
Yeah, I can quit. If I want to get called. There's always a choice.
She sighs. It's...
It's not like I expect suffering to ever stop completely. It just seems like an awful lot of work to do to make sure it keeps happening. And that's the entire job of a legislacerator. Unless you're purple enough to get away with it, you're just guilty, no matter what. It's just a matter of going through all the fanfare of a trial, all for the same result. It's sick, and it's so normal by now that no one knows how to begin questioning it.
She looks more exhausted now than she did during the paper explosion. Like, when you've used up all your sadness and all you have is a deep, broken fatigue. This isn't exactly the rejuvenated getaway you envision.
There's just so much injustice.
You continue to try to be positive. Are there not political parties, some secret underground movements, or anything? Sure, most lowbloods you've met have a healthy fatalistic nonchalance about the situations, but there's gotta be something else out there.
There were a few people who tried to stir shit up back in the day. You're talking about the friggin' the sufferer and all them. That's this whole big history lesson of all these friggin' people, and I kind of can't remember half of it. Cause there's so much talking. She talks so much. There's like a handful of Homestuck characters who they just talk and talk and talk. And I'm like, this is cool and all, but yeah. Anyway. It's all kind of hushed up and hard to find any information on the history of them, though. Definitely not the kind of thing they teach you in legislacerator training. One was a mutant blood. That's the sufferer. And the other had wings. Oh, that's the fuck. What was his title? That fucking Alternian Rufio. You're not even paying attention.
I am, actually. I'm just trying to do multiple things at once.
Anyway, the guy with the wings, he's the reason why, if I remember correctly, he's the reason why there's no adults on Alternia. I have no idea how he even did that. I don't know if I blacked out at the part where they were explaining that or what, but I know that he's the reason why there's no adults. Also, he and Urania had a thing. Or, wait, is it Urania? There's like 3 trolls with AR names that Urania, Ardata. Ardata is one of the new trolls. Urania, Ardata. I can never remember. It's the Ares one. The ram? I can never remember her name. Because they're all stupid AR names. Anyway. So I guess they didn't have much of a chance anyway.
You can't imagine the story having a happy ending, but you still want to know more. There's the subtlest shift in her tone of voice now that she's doing more than only complaining. It draws you in.
One of them seems to have gathered enough of a follow... What seems... Okay, yeah, that's present then. One of them seems to have gathered enough of a following to have become a kind of religious figure from what little I can find about him. The other one led a military revolt. They both were killed along with their attempts at change. I don't even know what happened to their compatriots.
She stops to squint at you.
I don't know how you got me talking like this. But in the fuck it spirit of the night, I'm just gonna keep going. Alright! History lesson! If it wasn't clear, I'm telling you things that can get me extremely cold. So, like, please be chill.
You're so chill. The chillest. And also probably pretty gullible yourself.
You know, it's funny, I keep talking about how I need to go back and reread Homestuck because I'm really fuzzy on the ancestors and on the alpha trolls and all that, so hooray! History lesson. I'm so ready for this. Good point.
She squints at you a little longer and then stares out into the night. Her jaw muscle clenches a few times before she speaks.
I have some ideas.
She's still not looking at you, but she sits up a little straighter. You feel your spine following suit almost on its own.
Oh, wait, I don't think we're still continuing the history lesson. I think we're going to talk about her stuff. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway. All of us training to be legislaturators like to practice throwing our weight around. Some of us more than others, which I guess you have first-hand experience with. But we don't have much real power yet. We will, though, if we pass our exams. Which I will! Just facial expression. Keep distracting me. She looks so excited now. Well, not excited exactly, but... I've been staying up most days studying every documented piece of the law and some underground stuff, too, when I find it. That sounds like something they could put on a test just so that they could call you because you know too much. Like some kind of Welcome to Night Vale shit. There are exploitable loopholes they don't know about. They don't know about... Anyway. If I can establish myself as a major player, I might have a chance to change things. Oh. Some things you can only take apart from the inside out. Ooh.
By now, she's built up a fervent energy, even with the sluggish way she talks. When you shift in your seat, she kind of snaps you out of it.
She kind of snaps out of it.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. I guess I got a little worked up. I don't exactly get to talk about this very often. That is a big mood, man. It's kind of overwhelming to think about how fucked every little thing is all the time. But now that I can see it clearly, I can't not do something. It's like Alternia is a giant fire and I'm pissing on a tiny corner of it while the rest while the rest of everything burns up all around me. You know, I keep thinking about like how everything's like really like in Homestuck.
Mm-hmm.
You see the trolls and stuff, like I don't know, like there is a difference between all the casts and stuff, but it seems exaggerated in Hive Swap. Maybe just a bit. I don't know, maybe that's just because, like, the AR Ram troll, who I can't remember the name of because all the stupid AR troll names got mixed up in my head. But she, like, oh, she was kind of, I don't know, she wasn't, like, all defeatist like Zephyros and, yeah, I don't know. Point is, maybe she does just, like, everybody keeps being all fatalistic about the outcome of Hive Swap, because, like, everybody's like, we all know that they all die, because friggin' the events of S-Grub basically caused the apocalypse to happen, but we don't actually know when this is in relation to that. So they could just die of old age or something. That could be, like, completely irrelevant to them. Now they could cause the thing that happens that is why Triza isn't around, and I don't know why Karkat and them actually are all sociable, and I don't know, there's like, it's like houses are a lot closer together in Friendsim. It feels like all the people in Homestuck live like they live in towns, but not, I think Karkat lives in a town. I think there are other buildings. I don't know. I should just reread it, because I don't know what I'm talking about. It just feels like there's a lot more space between people, and I don't know. Society isn't as strict in Homestuck, I think. It feels like, to me. From what I remember, I need to go reread it. Anyway,
Your brain is buzzing with how real it all that felt. You can't really add anything to it, so you just nod.
Are things are things less abysmal where you're from?
Hoo boy. In ways, yeah. At home, the accused is called a defendant, at least, as in they get a defense. Her eyes brighten.
That's exactly what I'm talking about! Does your justice system work?
You exhale slowly, trying to buy yourself time to encapsulate all of your planet's various cultures, societal structures, and similarly overwhelming lists of injustices in an intelligent blurb. You settle on, not always, not for everyone. Her laugh is short and hollow.
So much for enlightened life forms existing somewhere in the, So much for enlightened life forms existing somewhere in the universe.
You guess until a more kind and just alien life form comes to take over. You'll just have to make do with each other.
Yeah, you're not so bad. I'll take on an oppressive regime with you anytime.
She gives your arm an awkward tap with her fist, and then looks back out over the edge.
Anyway, I'm no religious figure or military strategist. There's gotta be someone out there who is. Gotta use what skills I have instead, I guess, until I find them. I know who it is! No, it's not. It's Damek. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I'm not getting... For some reason, I always get Damek and Zephyros' names mixed up. Right, but it is Damek. I'm assuming it's Damek. It's probably Damek. Or Joey. Or both. Anyway. What the fuck else would I do with my time?
Keep pissing on the fire is the best that anybody can do, you reckon. That and get other hydrated enough to do the same. She laughs.
Keep on pissing, huh? I'll drink to that.
She takes a big swig from her mug. After a beat, she silently and without looking at you extends her arm your way. You stare in the mug's depth, a little unnerved. It doesn't look like viscera, but you've been burned before.
It won't kill you.
You're not sure what it will do, but Tyzias is truthful, if nothing else, so bottoms up. What the fuck? It's
Is it water?
a noodle incident. It's just gonna end right here. It's
What?
water?
Okay. What?
Why did you guess water?
'Cause that... Okay, so it says it's not coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's, like, assuming it's something crazy and absurd. And I'm like, what's the opposite of crazy and absurd? Water.
Yes, fit it.
I'll drink to water, too, because I put this stuff in my water, and it adds caffeine to the water, which makes me go back to being sane.
And I was just drinking water, but I have drunk it all already. Tyzias grins and taps her temple with a claw.
Gotta give the people something.
I mean, water's good at making you pee.
That's just hilarious, though, because, like, there's like, these what blog things.
Yeah.
And one of them is literally just, what's in Tyzias' mug? And now we know! It's water! Just water. Otherwise, they might think I'm the way I am on my own. What? Wait, gotta give people some... So she tricks people into thinking that she's drinking something suspicious so that their guards will be dropped or something like that.
I guess, I don't know.
Then where would we be?
You don't know. Letting people in can be helpful, you know, sometimes.
Shh. Shh. I'm fine.
You're not convinced.
Okay, I'll admit it. It's not a bad idea to relax every once in a while. You get your priorities straight. This was a decent time.
You're glad that she's glad. But you mostly just talked the whole time about the same stuff that she was overwhelmed by to begin with. Does that even count? You learned a lot, but she still looks pretty white.
One sec. What? Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got the number 4 going on for you. I'm gonna figure out your secrets, is Tyzias Insect.
As soon as you think that, she yawns. She's so driven. You shiver a bit when you imagine what she could do if she took the time to rest for real. You pat the pile of blankets next to you. It's no bed, or tub of soap or slime for that matter, but it's gotten you through enough. She looks warily at it and yawns again.
I guess my Lucius and my mate spirit will think will just think I'm at the book hive anyway. Who's your mate spirit? Got a confirmed quadrant. Just don't know who it is. Anyway. One little nap won't hurt. I'll get up early tomorrow and reorganize our stupid busywork project.
She tentatively lowers herself down onto the blankets. Her eyes close for a brief second before they snap open again, glaring at you with full force.
What? Don't doubt me either. Huh? I've got it under control. What?
Oh, you have zero doubts in her abilities, you say. She curls back up against herself, and a small rattle of contentedness shakes in her throat. Trolls purr.
Wait, what? Rattle of contented. Is that purring? Is purring canon? It's been like a canon thing for like a while.
Huh.
Is it canon? Does that mean it's canon?
I don't know. Out in the distance, the blaze has dimmed to a thin plume of smoke. You hope whoever's hive it was is okay. You're not sleepy, so you'll keep watch to make sure that she gets up by sunrise. You tilt your head back and look up at the unfamiliar constellations. Your head feels full. It's intense, but not exactly what you'd call happy. But you know you're feeling it with her, and that's far from nothing.
That confused me because you read the and is but, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. I feel like I'm not quite absorbing the story tonight. Like, I am, but I'm not.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, the setting is so much better. This is like the exact opposite feelings I was feeling. So good. So happy. Such... Show me. Those letters?
Uh-huh.
That's the Alternian letter Z. I recognize that one. That's one of the ones I actually know. Like I knew there was a microscope looking symbol. I can't remember what it was before. But anyway.
Yeah?
I like Tyzias so much. She's such a good character.
Yeah, I liked her.
I have lots of big feels. I don't have words for them though. Which is weird because normally at the end of these, if I have big feels, I can just like ramble off about something. But I'm just like, I don't have the words.
Yeah, I enjoyed this. I like the main character seems to be becoming a human instead of being a blithering friendship monster.
Yeah, same. There's so much more touchy-feely because he's not all like, friendship! I was such a friendship! I will have your friendship!
Oh, the friendship will be mine!
Oh. I guess it's kind of understandable coming like from a crash landing. You'd want to make friends and all, but I don't know. He just was that weird.
Yeah.
And he's normal now. My feels!
All your feels?
Yeah. Anywho, so next time we'll go see Chixie and see what that's all about. It won't be as good as this though, because seriously, Tyzias, like, I liked her conceptually, but she just like skyrocketed to like one of my top faves already. Jeez. Yeah. I can't even.
And it's like,
I can't even with these feels.
And I can't even contribute to the conversation.
That's because you're over there playing, what was that, Words with Friends or something?
Yeah, but I've also got like a headache and a toothache and lots of little things going on to distract me. And it's late. Like, it's not super late. It's just shy of midnight.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stop this recording because I'm not about to ramble about this. About to interrogate you about your toothache during the recording. So bye, everybody.
Goodbye.